My name is Gabriel Mitchell. I'm from Florida, Tampa, Florida. I was born in Tampa, Florida, but I was raised in Jacksonville. And my major is media communications. And I've been here for, I think, 10 months, maybe 11. So, well, yeah, 10 months. Well, I wanted to have a different experience. Like, I've always wanted to study abroad, but I never knew where I wanted to go. I had a friend who was from Korea who was studying in my university at the time, and she kind of convinced me, like, hey, you can go to Europe, but if you really want to challenge like a different culture, you should come to like an Asian country. So I came here, because I had someone I knew, it would have been easier for the transition. And I enjoyed it. I think Korea, and Konkuk was like the first school I saw on the list of study abroad, so I just went with that. So, I think I made a really good decision. I think this country was very accessible, and it was a lot easier to kind of adjust to everything. We learned about media art, and then we kind of jumped onto smart TVs and smartphones because the class is understanding culture technology. So kind of like the history and stuff about kind of how technology has evolved and changed, and how it affects us and interacts with us, and how we interact with it, and how we can improve it and whatnot. So it's just kind of like a basic kind of a general understanding of stuff like that. So, pretty interesting. My friend, she's from Cambodia. Yep, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's Niet. And I met her, we actually had the same class last semester, and we started talking, or hanging out and stuff this semester. We had the same class again. She's actually a student here. Like, she's not like a exchange student, she's an actual full-time student at Konkuk. So she's been here for, I think, about 2 years now. Super cool, and we're taking like the same degree, which is why we have all the same classes together. She makes really, really good videos. We talked, but we also talked about our project, not team projects, but we have a project for our theory of video production class, I think that's the name of it, where we have to make a YouTube video. So we were just kind of talking about just looking at each other's videos to see if, should we change this, should we change that, is this good? Pretty feedback. About kind of like how certain kind of like health decisions can kind of like influence others. Like, say, like, for example, because I remember this example clearly. For example, like, say you have like these smoking ads. How can these ads influence people in different kind of stages of wherever that ad is trying to influence? So, for example, it was smoking. So how can this smoking ad influence somebody who's going through like who's complimenting, like whether they want to smoke or not, or whether they should go back to smoking? How can this ad influence them not to do it, or can avoid them doing it? So stuff like that. But sometimes it makes you fall asleep. I went to this place near the Konkuk station. I don't know what it's called because it's in Korean, but they sell like kind of like this Japanese style food, I guess. It's kind of really cool. And lately I really like is it tonkatsu, the pork cutlet, the fried pork cutlet? Is that like with curry and stuff and rice? I really like that. So I usually let it go like at the end of the week, no more classes, because I only have class Monday through Friday. So after I finish classes, I go to the Pc방에, for the weekend or whatever, just so I don't have to spend a lot of money, since I've kind of done everything I wanted to do here. So I kind of just relax, chill on the weekends and stuff like that. So I usually just go there, play Overwatch or something. It was a good 7 out of 10. There were some questionable scenes in the movie that had me kind of like, kind of like near the end. But majority of the movie was awesome. Like I really like how they kind of like recreated the scenes. Not that I know they were trying to go for like realistic, but not super realistic, which was a good idea because you don't want to go super realistic with live action Disney movies like they did in the past. So I really, really liked it. I love Holly Bailey, who played Arya. I love her so much. That is my favorite female celebrity of all time. I love her. So I think coming to Korea was a step in the right direction, because it's not necessarily that my dream is in Korea, but more so Korea is where I start, because I really want to travel everywhere in the world. So it's like getting the chance to explore the world and travel where a lot of people where I'm from never get that opportunity to. It's something I'm really proud of, and I really want to take advantage of that. You want to see?
Yes.
From somewhere, it's a little soju bottle. I got this from Busan.
Ooh.
And I got this from Busan as well. I think this is from Busan too, I think. I got this from Seoul, the Lotte Tower. I got this when I was in Japan. Then I got this from the Seoul Tower. This is the Konkuk badge. This is the first one I got. Like, it was some place near the palace.
Oh.
What else? This was from Gyeongju. I got this duck from somewhere. I don't know where. I got this from a store. This was in Gyeongju. This was in Japan. Because as African Americans, like, we generally are always in the backwater of things. We don't really get to experience things other cultures do. We don't even see the only African American like influence you see in other countries is music. Like hip hop and stuff like that. I feel like we need to establish our own presence in the world, and not just as, oh, they're just Americans. No. Americans and Black Americans are different. In my opinion, the culture is different. We formed our own culture off of that hardship that we had in the past. So that's my goal. That's my dream, I guess. Not really. Because I feel like, from what I know, from what I've seen, like there's like a lot of English, and there's enough English everywhere for me to get around and understand. And it's like, I feel like there's a universal language that people have everywhere. Like, no matter what, like whether someone can't speak English very well or not, I feel like there's always some way we can have an understanding with each other, which is how I've been able to kind of get around easier. Because like, I don't maybe not understand what you're saying, but I understand what you mean, if that makes sense. It's like body language and other cues and stuff like that, which makes it a little easier for me to kind of understand. So I never had a problem getting around. I mean, I got Google Translate. Every opportunity that comes your way, you come here. Don't be too afraid not to like associate with other people and other groups and stuff like that, because I feel like there's a lot of people here that are willing to help you around. Like, I had a friend here who goes here, and his name is June. He made sure that me and my friends did everything that we wanted to do. He helped us out, he hung out with us, He translated for us just because he wanted to be helpful. So I feel like people here want to be helpful. They want to help you out. I feel like people want to help you, be your friend and whatnot. So don't be afraid. Go out, do whatever. I hope you didn't stop traveling because and taking advantage of these opportunities. You know, don't be lazy, man. You took the gamble of using your money and spending it on taking the opportunities to go out. So don't regret nothing. Keep going, keep pushing. It'll get hard. I know it's gonna get hard. It's gonna get a lot harder. But don't let that stop you. Don't start working out. If you start working out, keep working out.